$100 in like less than a minute. So let me just take my profits right there. So boom, I cashed out, I sold. I was only aiming for like $100, and yeah, my PNL has increased. As you can see right over here, I've got 7.5. So what I'm going to do is, damn, it keeps on going up. This specific meme coin trading strategy is going to guarantee that you win each and every time you buy a meme coin. So this is going to affect the way that you select meme coins and your behavior during a trade. Your exit strategy is obviously going to improve tremendously. Without further ado, let's jump into it. The first thing that you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be trading on Boom.Meme. The reason why I'm trading on Boom.Meme is it has got a specific function, or rather a specific feature known as the market surge signal. Now, this particular signal is what is giving me an edge and an advantage. So as you can see, right, I do not have any filters on my panel due to the fact that I'm specifically trading with the market surge signal. So once you click the link in the description box below, right, you're going to have to obviously do the registration process. It's a very simple and straightforward process that everybody can do. So once you do that, right, make sure you add your components. So as you can see, there are 3 different panels. So you can, let's say for example, switch from one panel to the other. This is a very customizable real estate type of scenario that really allows you to focus on specific things. On a personal level, right, I specifically trade market surge signal, and the only thing that I concentrate on is the market surge. So I've got the advanced trade and the market surge. So how do you basically customize what is on your panel? So you simply go to add component and you select what you want. We've got the 100x signal and also the surge signal. So if you want to get rid of the 100x signal, you just pretty much unhighlight it, and then you're going to be able to have access to the surge signal. But I don't really like how it looks when there's no surge, when there's only like you know, 2 components on my panel, because this particular space is blank. So this is one of the reasons why I always, you know, keep the 100x signal right there. So once you get to do that, you're going to be obviously bombarded with a lot of sounds, as you can hear in the background, right? A lot of you know, trading opportunities are emerging left and right. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is configure your market surge settings. So what I usually go for is the 15 seconds. Of course, you can highlight the 15 seconds, the 30 seconds, and also the 1 minute, but I just keep it at 15 seconds because I want to have the fastest reaction as soon as we see the on-chain and analytics gravitate towards certain type of meme coins. So what you're going to want to do is, on a daily basis, when you're trenching, when you're grinding, whenever you hear a pop-up, you have to click on it, and you have to check the volume and the number of holders. In order for you to have very good opportunities, right, you have to have a coin that has got like close to a million or over a million US dollars worth in trading volume. Like for example, this particular coin was created about 4 minutes ago. It already has about 1.2 million volume, and the number of holders is close to 1,000. So best believe there is momentum. However, if you are going to be concentrating on newly created meme coins, there's going to be a lot of rug pulls. So what I usually go for is I also allow the aspect of time to play its, you know, its role. And this is one of the reasons why I love to trade meme coins that are between 30 minutes all the way to close to 2 hours, because they show some consistency. And then after 2 hours, right, or rather after between 30 minutes to about 2 hours, the chart would have developed, so you're able to sort of have anchor points and you're able to plot out your resistance and your support. So I'm not really going to go down, or rather I'm not really going to dwell much on the support and the resistance, due to the fact that, you know, this is something that I've over explained, and if you do not really know these basic things, you've got no business trading meme coins. So basically, look for the volume, look for the number of holders, and also look for coins that are between 30 minutes to under an hour. So between 30 minutes to about 120 minutes, then you guys are going to be good to go. So once you do that, you're going to see a lot of good trading opportunities. Do your due diligence, and sooner or later, you guys are going to figure out how easy it is to trade. So, without further ado, let me show you a recent example that I had today. Today, I had a very amazing trade in the morning, even though I wasn't like really using a lot of money. It really sort of highlights like the emotions that we go through as meme coin traders. So, without further ado, take a look at my trading history and my trading sessions today. So as you can see, there's many opportunities like left and right. So whenever I look at the market search, there's always plenty of opportunities. So make sure you download, or rather you join Boom.Meme, and you guys are going to be good to go. But we do seem to have a little bit of traction. I can see the number of holders is gradually increasing, which is a very good thing. But ooh, take a look at that pump. Now, this is what I'm talking about now. I'm a little bit more convinced. So I just entered this trade about a minute ago. And we're off to the top. That's how we do it. Market surge, baby. I'm telling you, you guys are sleeping on this indicator. This is one of the best indicators ever. Whoever created this platform, I'm telling you, they are making me have easy trades. All right, so let's see. Based on the stats on this one, right? I mean, we've got about 2,340 holders, and we've got like 2.1 million. This should be a 500,000 US dollar type of coin. So there we go. I'm up 40%. So I'm about to make $100 in less than a minute. Now, this is what I'm talking about. So should I be scaling out? Well, I think it's a little bit premature, and like I told you, right, I was expecting that pump to sort of shoot up, and this coin is over, well, slightly under an hour. So usually that really indicates a very good sign. When you have a coin which is more than 30 minutes, there's a high probability that it's going to do very well. So all these things should be considered, especially when you are about to go ham on a coin. So I really wish I went ham. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the method of scaling in. So basically this has been around I've made $100 in like less than a minute. So let me just take my profits right there. So boom, I cashed out, I sold. I was only aiming for like $100, and yeah, my PNL has increased. As you can see right over here, I've got 7.5. So what I'm going to do is, damn, it keeps on going up. Man. Yeah, I should have kept it. But anyway, let me wait for a little bit of a retracement. As you can see, there's more people coming through. We've got 2.4 holders. Damn, look at that trade. Look at that crazy trade. So was I wrong? Sheesh. Oh man, I wish I didn't sell. But anyway, I'm going to get it on a retracement, because the people who sort of bought around this level, these are the guys who are going to be offloading. So right now there's going to be a little bit of a retracement. Okay, so the people who bought around the 60K level are going to be aggressively cashing out. So what I usually do is, whenever I find a very good play, I keep it, I work it, I sort of milk it, and I just basically make the most out of it. Okay, so here's the thing. Perhaps you see it has gone back below my entry. So what's going to happen is, now we're going to have like a different anchor point, and we're going to have like a different support level. So what you need to do as a trader is you need to like understand and have rhythm with regards to the new levels of support and resistance. So what I was aiming for, by the way, this is a very good solid pump. I mean, this thing can actually go to 500K like I projected. So what you need to do is you need to understand support resistance. You also need to understand momentum. When you understand momentum as far as trading is concerned, you guys are going to do very well. This has been a very interesting play to watch, due to the fact that I sort of was a little bit skeptical about the pump, And the reason why I was conflicted about this particular trade is due to the fact that there's no volume. You see, one of the biggest indicators for my conviction in investing in these meme coins in a short period of time has to do with volume. To me, volume is the end all be all. If there's volume, there's obviously bound to be traction, because this is what the top meme coin traders usually use. So in this particular case, we had a lot of holders. Okay, I had this particular project had about 1,000 holders with a minimum volume of around 200K. So if you take a look at the current price of this market cap, right around 205, in comparison to the volume, it's not really adding up. And then if you take a look at the stats of the holders, this thing barely has any bundles. It's barely bundled. There's only like 2.5%, which is absolutely nothing, because I've seen a lot of coins with way much more bigger bundles do very well. So this is probably one of the reasons why I couldn't sustain my position. So I pretty much go in here before the breakout happened. I was like right around this level. So let me see, are you guys able to see these 1, 2, 3, 4 candles? I entered here, and then I was like, okay, shit, this is not really going my way. So this trade lasted about 2 minutes for me, and I was like, okay, let me just exit. So I entered at 145, then I chickened out at 135. Even though I had the instinct, my guts was telling me, look, this can pump, but due to the fact that I follow strict protocol, like my procedure when it comes to trading meme coin is top notch. I was like, okay, Muna, you do not need to break your rules. It's better you sort of lose like a little bit of money. I sort of lost about 10%. So I was like, okay, let me just cut my trade and do my thing. And then take a look at what happened after I exited my very perfect entry at 145. Right, this thing has almost doubled. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, look, it's all about discipline. I do have a criteria, a blueprint that I follow. And I do not want to break that, because if I break my criteria of investments, in case something goes wrong, I'm going to be blaming myself. And I've been that rabbit hole way too many times. I've had guilty moments trading meme coins. So this is one of the reasons why it's very important for you to understand yourself and give yourself rules and boundaries regardless of what happens. Check. Even if I miss this trade, right, I'm probably going to find other trades. But what if I sort of went against my will, went against my blueprint, and then it just ended up dumping to zero? And if I had a lot of money invested in this project, I would have really, really been so harsh on myself, and it could have been a bad look, and I wouldn't have recovered from that psychologically and emotionally as well. So it is very important to understand what you're looking for as far as meme coin trading is concerned. So if you want to be guided in the right path, understand how to figure out volume and also the community. Community represents the number of holders, and then you can also look at other stats like the Telegram group, the social media mentions, and just basically understanding like what's popping at that particular moment. And then the other reason why I wasn't really so convinced in this particular trade is, if you see the previous meta, it has been about the cloud compute. So basically the cloud compute is something that has been being pushed as a narrative. So for example, if I click on this, do we have anything coming up? So yeah, a lot of people were sort of into the cloud compute narrative and meta. So this is one of the reasons why I was like, okay, maybe this trade is not really going to do very well. Let me just get out and let me just sort of find another play, because I was instinctively looking for the narrative that has been playing out. So understanding those few things are going to help you. But anyhow, take a look at this. You see, if I went in here and if I held a little bit longer, I would have made maybe like a 75% profit, which is okay. Okay. However, what if it didn't go my way and it ended up going to about 40k, 40k, 20k, I would have really felt bad. So these are the moments that really define what type of meme coin trader and how you're going to get to the bag, because getting to the money, getting to the 100,000 US dollars, to the 1 million US dollars, it's all about consistency and having a strict blueprint in terms of what you look for. If you look at the top 10 meme coin traders, a lot of them have specific things that they follow, specific rules that they do not break. So at the end of the day, it's all about profitability. It's all about understanding that it's better to have $10 than gambling with like $100 in hopes of flipping it into $1,000. Like if you know that you've got like a legit $10 profit that you're bound to make without any risk, you'd rather do the $10 like 10 times in comparison to like putting up $100 that can have like a 70% probability of you losing it all in hopes for you to making $1,000. My point is, it's better to make a $10 consistently with minimal zero risk in comparison to betting a lot of money that has got like a 40 or 30% probability of doing very well. You understand? So yeah, that's all I had for you today. See you on the flip side.